Well, I figure I'll make an update now that I'm butchering this thing again, the front end at least. And went crazy with the torch yesterday and cut a lot of all the stuff off I don't really need now that I'm doing some upgrades and changes. But first, you see I went ahead and made this bumper up out of some tubing. See, kind of bends back a little bit. Kind of a stinger look. I had that roller fairlead for a while, and that's kind of the main reason for redoing this. And I just stabbed that on some 1/4-inch plate, and that 1/4-inch plate's all welded in. And I really like the look of it. I think it'll really change the look of this thing. And went ahead and had the all glorious ATLTF admin from the forum, Doug Fackler. He sent me these LED pods, and just to kind of get your mind stirring here, that's what it would look like. I'm gonna have one on each side. Really nice though, so I bought these off of him. He had these on his Craftsman, and really nice looking, and they were really bright. You know, I've seen these work before when we went to Pennsylvania. But you see, I chopped off the X brace that was in there and added that flat stock as X brace here. That's where the winch mounted to. But I went ahead and just cut that out, got flat stock in there, bored it out, put the holes and welded it all together. I actually cut the original angle iron out there because it was a little tweaked, and just welded it all together, mocked it up, made sure it was level, and so that's all cut out and re-welded in. Perfect. A lot better than it was before. It looks a little bit better. And see, I took these shock tabs. I torched the shock hoops out from that one up to the grill, and I torched out the tabs, and I torched out the coil buckets. That was also welded there. You can see the grill is still there, but I'm going to be making some shock hoops out of that scrap metal, and fitting some coilovers on. Here, I'll throw these up. So I got some pretty huge coilovers, which are 22.5 from center to center, and pretty excited about how this is going to look. They're going to be standing a little bit more straight up and down, but you get the idea. So I'm going to build all the tabs and everything, the shock hoops, and get back to you guys. Alright, so you can see I got these monster coilovers all hooked up, and it's holding its own weight again. You can see I made these little shock tabs here and bought some bolts and stuck them through. And these big hoops I made out of that bendy steel. You see where it comes and welds into the side, and it loops up and over, and I could have just had it go straight in to like the top there, but kind of want that pre-runner look or whatever. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And I didn't have to cut the mesh on the grill. You know, also the holes are still where the pipe would go. So these are, you know, pretty big. And I'm not really going to be using the full shock or whatever when it flexes out, but it was hitting the bump stop, so I might see if I can do something about that, make it so it doesn't hit the bump stop when it flexes out or whatever. But it has about 12 inches or 13 inches from like the floor to the bottom of the tire. And yeah, you know, you just see you can make some top tabs there too. And then I got the rest of it back together, put the center console back on and hood, and the winch all bolts down again. Yeah, it just goes down there and bolts to that little plate that's drilled through the winch plate. So the next step is to mount the lights up on the front grille, and then work on the broken steering box.